Starting recording now. Hi guys, Shadowlink793 here.
And I'm his cousin.
And we're doing another one of those fancy schmancy retrospectives.
Yay.
Yay, the topic of this one is going to be Power Rangers. Yay.
Woo-hoo.
Hey, what do you mean boo?
I said woohoo.
Oh, okay. Okay, so anyway, yeah, Power Rangers. It's been around since it's been in America since the 90s. I don't know how long the Sentai series has been in Japan.
For how many freaking years?
A long time. Anyway, well, as kids, we didn't know that they were using Japanese stock footage in Power Rangers, but still.
And we now know.
And now we know. So anyway, the way we're going to go about this is we're going to talk about each Power Ranger series that we've watched. Not if we're going to go by each Power Ranger series in general. We're going to be here all day. So we're only going to talk about the series we've watched. I'm sorry if we don't talk about a series that you know or really care about. But if you want someone who knows how to do that, who did that, go watch Linkara's reviews or History of Power Rangers. Because we're just going to give our basic memories and what we thought of the series and so on and so forth. So
we're 90s kids, you can't blame us.
Yeah, we're 90s kids, you can't blame us. So if you guys want to hear like a deep history of Power Rangers, go watch Linkara's review on Channel Awesome or go watch his reviews on YouTube. Yeah, I'm sure sure it's easy to look up.
Wikipedia.
Read the Wikipedia, or if you're really that curious, go watch them yourself. But anyway, I guess we should start off with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I actually don't remember when I got introduced to Power Rangers. I think I was around like 5 or 6 or something. You were probably like 4 or something.
I was at a young age.
Yeah, I don't remember what network it was that put it on Saturday mornings. I think it was either ABC or
Fox Kids.
Oh yeah, Fox Kids, or either one, ABC or Fox Kids. I think it was Fox Kids. I'm not sure. It's been so long, I don't remember. But yeah, it was like it was basically one of the Saturday morning a Saturday morning shows, along with stuff like, well, I think Dragon Ball Z was around there, Pokemon was around there. Basically, my mornings as a kid was Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, and Power Rangers. Those were like some of the main shows I would watch every Saturday morning and wake up like around 6 a.m. just to start my Saturday morning lineup. I don't remember what was the first episode I watched, other than I think I watched the first episode, the first like 2-parter, the one where Zordon basically recruits them to be Power Rangers. I don't quite remember the air date on when it first came out. I think I was a bit too young even to watch it when they first aired. But I think it was around 1998 or 9 that I started watching Power Rangers. And I don't know, as a kid, guys and people in colorful costumes jumping around beating the shit out of bad guys was really appealing. It's basically a more manly version of Sailor Moon. I think if I were to remember any episodes of the show, the ones that come to mind is when, well, first off, when the Green Ranger, Tommy, was introduced. He was like my favorite character within the entirety of the continuity of Power Rangers. And I did like him I did like him as a character. And I did like it that he's the longest Ranger. He's been the one doing the Ranger thing the longest, and it's debated that he's actually the best Ranger. I think he's the best Ranger, but that's my personal opinion. But yeah, I liked the episodes with when Tommy was the Green Ranger and when he became the White Ranger. And then later on, when he became leader after the original Red Ranger had to leave, that was pretty cool. What else? Oh yeah, I did like when Lord Zed was introduced when Rita Repulsa was proving too stupid to be the main bad guy, and when he was
all bad guys are stupid.
Yeah, and yeah, all of them were stupid, but still. But when Zed first came out, he was pretty fucking intimidating. He actually was a pretty intimidating villain. He actually destroyed their Zords, and he actually destroyed all their shit. And I think that's what that caused them to go through like being ninjas and stuff, when they had to go through that whole ninja journey. Oh, by the way, I don't think the movie is canon. I'm not sure if the movie is canon because
Nope.
it shows an entirely new way of getting their ninjas. Or so it was a decent movie back then, and I kind of enjoyed watching it. I don't remember if I saw it in theaters. I think I only saw it on a television run years back, and I haven't seen the movie since. But anyway, with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, yeah, that was pretty much a show I would watch religiously when I was a kid. I think pretty much every like really young kid watched Power Rangers for like the majority of their elementary school childhood years. Um, and I guess that those are all my memories of Mighty Morphin. So I guess I'll hand it off to you if you have any memories to share.
Oh, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The theme song made me so amped up every time they played it.
Go go Power Rangers!
Yeah. Oh, the kung fu, the teenage drama. I really didn't understand with 90s lingos, the fashion that didn't really make any sense at the time, but it did color coordinate them, even though it was kind of racist.
90s. Boom.
And the fact that they are supposed to be teenagers, but they kind of don't look like teenagers if you look back on it.
Well, yeah, the Blue Ranger Billy was like 30 when the show started.
Jesus Christ.
I think they were like in their early 20s when they started filming.
Oh, that kind of sounds like, dang, even for a 30-year-old, I thought you were 20.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it was the same formula. Bad guys fighting, get bigger, throwing the Zord.
Stock
destroying.
footage, destroying.
Angel Growth being revealed the next day.
Yeah, it must really be awesome to be like a construction worker in the Power Rangers universe.
Nah, being an engineer, that's probably like the biggest demanding job ever in Angel Grove.
Pretty much.
Where did they get the funding? Obama. Okay, so...
Thanks, Obama. Boomer.
So, yeah, they were pretty good. I don't remember a lot because I was just watching it for the action, basically.
Yeah.
What was it? When they switched up cast members, so like Johnny Young Bosch was in, and then
yeah, I remember that. I remember those episodes actually.
I kind of remember those episodes. I'm like, they switched it up. Okay, I didn't think of it at the time. Turns out, Jesus Christ, behind the scenes happened. So sad.
Yeah, so sad.
Let's see, and
Still there. Yeah, I don't know why they had the the original red, yellow, and black Rangers had to leave. I believe it was mostly through contracting disputes that they had to leave and get the Johnny Young Bosch and the other Rocky and the black girl to be the new Rangers in the suits. I don't think it was because of racial issues because that's just dumb. Because I think originally, they originally put the black guy in the black suit and the Asian girl in the Asian
slightly racist.
I don't think they left because of that. I think they left because of contracting issues.
I think
it's assumed that they left because of contracting issues, not because it was racist. But I think it's a bit of I don't think it's too much of a coincidence that they were put into a yellow suit and a black suit. But anyway, let's not get into that. So, anyways, yeah, I think out of all the Power Ranger series I've watched, this Mighty Morphin and actually I've watched all the first couple of series quite a few times. Because I remember a majority of the characters from the first couple of seasons. I guess we'll transition into what was after Mighty Morphin. I think
Zeo.
Zeo. I didn't watch too much of Zeo actually.
Me neither.
I mean, I knew it was after like Mighty Morphin, but I didn't like really watch too much of it. Maybe because at that point I don't think I really gravitated towards the Rangers designs. I mean, they look okay. I just don't like the designs of him. Even though I think it's assumed that the Zeo powers are a lot more powerful than their original powers. I think because they're powered by crystals or something. Is that it?
I don't remember because I don't remember Zeo.
Yeah, but were they originally powered by dinosaurs, right? Like these.
Yeah, they were originally supplied by dinosaurs, and then Ninja happened. Wait,
No, then when they got the ninja powers, they got animals.
Or
I remember
okay,
that. I
so
remember that.
how many seasons of Mighty Morphin were there? There were like 3.
I think there were like 3 or 4. I don't.
Okay, 3 seasons because
Wait, if
their
you count,
giant dinosaur,
if
then they
you
blew it
count like,
up. Then they had mythical Zords, and then that blew up, and then they got ninjas.
and then you got and then you had that whole plot point where they got turned into kids, and they had to get the alien rangers to fill in for them.
That was filler. I don't count that.
Well, it still technically counts.
No, I don't count that because I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't think that. I don't think I saw
have
those.
much memory of Zio.
I remember the only thing I remember about Zio is I used to see like when I used to go to the swap meet frequently. I used to always see like those bootleg action figures of Power Rangers. That's about, and I saw like a red Zeo Power Ranger, and it was like a pretty freaking broken one. That's all I remember about Zeo is that they used to show like cheap figures of Zeo Power Rangers at the swap meet. I think did they get any new Rangers for Zeo? Like any of the is from the previous, or were they all the previous season of Mighty Morphin?
I didn't remember the previous season.
Yeah, I don't remember. So I guess, oh, I think I remember more. Well, I guess this is a nice transition into the next series. I think after Zeo was Turbo. I think it was Turbo. Yeah, it was Turbo. I have more memories of Turbo, and which is when where people said Power Rangers hit a low point, and looking back now, I would kind of agree. So we went from ancient dinosaurs to power crystals to fucking cars.
America?
Fuck yeah. I don't know. Okay, as a kid, I didn't mind it because I think I did kind of like the cars. But looking back on it, why would they switch from power? Actually, why did they? I'm gonna go with the cars argument. Why did they? Why did they get rid of the Zeo powers?
Did they blow up or something?
No, I don't think.
Every single time they need like a reason to get new suits, they always just blow up or they lose power.
I don't think. I don't think the Zeo powers ever blew up. I think they. I think they still had them. So
I don't know.
So that makes no sense for Turbo. And okay, I think my most defining memory from Turbo is the movie. Seriously, that's like the thing that comes to mind whenever I hear Turbo, and it's like the Power Rangers movie, which was, even back then I found it kind of boring because there was little to no action until like near the end. I mean, at least the last movie had a budget and was actually shown in theaters. I don't think this was shown in theaters. I don't remember though. If I'm wrong, please say in the comments if Turbo was released in theaters, and then I'm just bullshitting. But yeah. I think from Turbo I used to I think during Turbo I used to buy like the action. I bought a few of the action figures. I got the Red Ranger I got the Red Ranger action figure, and then I used to buy a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. I used to get the Green Ranger and the White Ranger action figures along with the Red Ranger. But in Turbo, I think I got the Red Ranger and I got his car for like the action figures because I used to want to buy the Power Ranger toys when I was a kid. And of course, I got the Megazords. Yay. And yeah, those are all my memories of Turbo. Wasn't looking back on it, it wasn't really particularly great. I don't really care for it now. I think it was the last series to have Tommy in it though. Before until like a later series, because I think in terms of the character, Tommy had to leave the team because I don't know reasons, maybe contracting disputes. I don't know. Probably, but anyway, do you have any memories of Turbo you want to share?
I just remember cars and that one kid being the new Blue Ranger.
Yeah, I remember that too.
That's it.
Yeah, that one kid who whenever he comes to Blue Ranger, he becomes like 2 feet taller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that because is the reason he became taller is because his Japanese counterpart wasn't a kid, but was actually the same size as the other Rangers? Or is it because they can't make an outfit for a freaking like 8-year-old?
Would you want to see a short midget fighting people?
It'd be interesting, but yeah, probably.
I wouldn't be able to take him seriously.
Dude, it's guys. It's people in colored outfits beating the shit out of freaking monsters.
But if I see like an 8-year-old in that, I'm not gonna take him seriously.
I guess so. Okay. Anyway, after Turbo, I believe it was.
Speed Rescue?
No, it was Space.
Space?
Yeah, after Turbo it was Space.
Space. Yeah, Space.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say it right now. Space is one of my favorite Power Ranger series next to the original. Cause I think at that point, people were. I think at that point I thought it was like the ending to the series. Because actually the ending of Space was, of if you watch the finale, yeah, it does really kind of feel like this could have been where Power Rangers ended, and you know what, I would have been fine if Power Rangers just ended with Space, but since they're still making series, I guess it's not considered an ending, but whatever's. Yeah, I like Space. I used to buy like a lot of the Red Space Ranger figures, and I used to get the Galaxy Glider and the Astro Megazord and a bunch of other shit. And I also remember that weird episode where they crossed over with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for some reason.
That's sick.
That was weird, and yeah, I think at that time because the Turtles had their own TV show during the '90s, and for some reason they had a female turtle. Uh, don't ask me why. I don't know. The '90s was a weird time, everyone. But anyway, yeah, Space was pretty cool. I mean, yeah, I think that's at the high point where I really like Power Rangers a lot. Because I think after Space, I kind of just evolved into this is okay. But I think aside from Mighty Morphin, Space is my favorite Power Ranger series. I like the story. I like the story. I like the characters. I like the design of the costume. Yeah, another thing about Space. I like the design of the costume. It looks like a very space thing, space like I guess is the best word I can come up with for this. I mean, yeah, it's Power Rangers in space. Wait, I think. Well, I guess you can count Voltron as kind of a Power Rangers in space because Voltron did come first, I believe. Oh, hold on, I got a call. Talk.
Okay.
Hello?
So, anyways,
Yeah?
Space was really good. I kind of can't remember why they had to go to space. I think they were being chased. It was like the planet about to explode.
What?
Or something.
The what?
So, I thought that was cool. It very felt like very Star Trek because, like, it's in the spaceship. They're in spacesuits, pushing buttons and stuff. I thought that was cool. The introduction to the Silver Ranger was kind of cool. I thought it looked badass.
Lee as in
I thought
Bruce
the
Lee and
morphers
Lynn as in
for it were awesome.
Okay, Lee Lynn Baker.
Especially because like it was in the intro for it, so that was cool.
Okay.
Did not care for the douche ponytail. Really wish he had a better haircut. Psycho Rangers were a cool concept.
I did like the concept of Psycho. I did like the concept of the Psycho Rangers too, like evil Power Rangers. And yes, they did do something like that in in like Mighty Morphin, but it wasn't really fleshed out enough. This is like the season where evil Power Rangers were coming into play. I believe also the bad guy wasn't the Astronema was like the sister of the main the Red Ranger, I believe. Hold on, I'm typing something. Go ahead. Are you still?
We're still talking about space, right?
Yeah, still space.
What were you talking about? Another Red Ranger?
Yeah, the main bad guy was the sister of the Red Ranger.
That was interesting.
That was a nice little plot twist. That was a nice little cool twist right there.
Hey, something new.
What a twist!
No.
Aww. I did like the Silver Ranger. I did like the Silver Ranger when he was introduced. That was a pretty cool costume. I think I got figures of him. I used to buy figures of him too.
I got the Megazord, the spaceship that transforms.
Yeah.
Like kind of like almost life scale size for a Christmas. So that was hella sick. The only thing I wanted to go with it because I thought they made the additional that other Megazord that's basically remote controlled. I thought that was sick.
Yeah, I used to want to buy that too when I was a kid. Like, I really wanted to get those Megazords. Like, they had the Astro Megazord and they had like the yellow one, the whatever that was called. It was the Astro.
Yeah.
I used to have the Astro Megazord just in its ship form, and then it could transform into the Megazord if you configured it enough, kind of like a transformer. It was fucking awesome. Yeah, I would have been fine if it ended with space because the ending was really satisfying. I mean, Andros saved the universe by destroying Zordon, so Zordon's energy could be spread throughout the universe and make everything peaceful. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have been totally fine with it ending with space, but you know, I liked space. It was pretty good. Overall, my memories of it are like I would put it on par with Mighty Morphin and another series we're going to be talking about after this, unless you have something to say about anything more to say about space.
Space was good. Lost Galaxy had like a catchy theme song though.
Oh yeah, okay, it's a clever segue to Lost Galaxy. Yeah. Oh yeah. Another thing about space. Space's theme was catchy, just like the original theme song of Mighty Morphin. It was like almost as catchy as Mighty Morphin too. And this is my point. Lost Galaxy. Yeah, I really liked Lost Galaxy. I think it was at that point where I think that they decided to do crossovers with the previous
Yeah.
Rangers. So it was I thought it was really fucking sick that the Space Rangers crossed over with the Galaxy Rangers in one episode.
Yeah.
But it was also kind of weird that one of the Rangers actually died. In the context of this, yeah, the Pink Ranger died. She fucking died.
Shit.
Well, don't worry. By the end of the series, she came back to life somehow. They just brought her back with the Dragon Ball. Oh wait.
Shout out to the thing of the Dragon Ball.
Yeah, but it was pretty gruesome when you think about it. When the first Pink Galaxy Ranger died, they actually had to get back that they actually had to get back Astronema from the original series because by the end of the series she became a good guy after Andros destroyed Zordon, causing energy to spurge out the universe to make everyone good again. So she became a good guy. And she basically replaced her throughout the end. To the end, so she actually became a Power Ranger for a while. She became like the pink Galaxy Ranger, and I did like the concept that it was kind of a sword in the stone thing where they had to pull the Quasar sabers from the pedestals. I guess I don't know why they had to make a galaxy because considering we already had space. But okay, whatever you want to do, I guess. I did like the concept of how there's space colonies apparently in the Power Rangers universe after like a few years.
Yeah.
At what point could they make space colonies?
I don't know.
Well, actually, yeah, there was actually in space. They already discussed like there being different planets, and there were humans being on like other colonies and other planets. So I guess it's kind of weird to bring up that plot point, but seriously, weird.
Quick question. So, like, what was the reason why they had to go into space in the first place?
In Galaxy?
No. In space?
Yeah.
You know, first episode, the guys from Turbo had to run to a spaceship.
Oh
right?
yeah, I remember. Divatox.
Why?
Divatox destroyed the Turbo Command Center, right? And
Okay.
I think they took Zordon into space.
Why?
So because the evil villain Dark Spectre wanted to absorb Zordon's powers.
Okay.
So they had to go find him in space for some reason.
And they just so happened to come across a rocket launch?
Yes, there was conveniently a rocket near the command center.
And then it just so happened to go way out into space that they picked up another spaceship?
Yes. Actually, the spaceship belonged to Andros, who was from KO-35, where their colony already made spaceships.
Okay, then, so, then if they left, that means there's nothing to protect Earth, right?
No, they occasionally can go back to Earth, apparently.
Then I don't understand why the Earth wasn't taken over while they were out in space.
Because the villains are in space too.
That doesn't make any. That's stupid.
I know, but hey, it's
That's
awesome. Shut up.
no. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm the bad guy, right? It takes me one entire. It took the Power Rangers one entire season just to keep me from taking over the world, and then space happens. They go. I destroy their home base. They go off in a spaceship carrying Zordon. There's nothing stopping me from taking over the world because apparently there's no military on Earth that can stop my giant monster army. So
Yeah.
the heck, Power Rangers. That would have been interesting. They came back and were like, "Oh my gosh, we totally forgot about this."
Well, at the end of this, at the end of the series, they were totally attacking Earth and a bunch of other planets. So
I guess that counts.
I guess that counts. But yeah, I agree with you. I do kind of agree that they could just go to Earth anytime and just beat the shit out of them. But
all right.
But I think the spaceship is fast enough that I can go between galaxies. That's pretty much like the fucking Millennium Falcon. I mean, there's.
Damn, that sucks. Then that means it's a group of Power Rangers dealing off against two bad guys in one season. That's a handful.
Yeah, pretty much.
That sucks. Especially when Lost Galaxy happened.
Lost Galaxy.
Wait, did you get a feeling like it was like Space Marines in the first episode?
In Lost Galaxy?
Yeah.
I was thinking Starship Troopers, but yeah, pretty much.
There we go, Starship Troopers. I'm like, wow, this is crazy.
When did we get to this shit?
Hey.
Wait, so wait. So there is a military in the Power Rangers universe.
They just really suck at their jobs.
They just really fucking suck at their jobs. So we need like 5 teenagers with attitude to save the world every time.
I'm surprised they didn't get in trouble by the cops.
Yeah, seriously.
What the heck? That would have been an awesome episode.
Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, I think my most favorite episode of Galaxy was the crossover episode between them and space. Because I did like how they teamed up against the Psycho Rangers.
Yeah, I like that episode too.
Yeah,
sadly, that's the only episode from Lost Galaxy I remember, besides the first 2 episodes, because I have it on VHS.
Yeah, you and Jordan had it on VHSs. I just watched it on a friend's house for a couple of times.
Okay, quick question. So their morphers are like swords, right?
Yeah, but they actually when they transformed, they actually became like wristwatches, like normal morphers.
Oh, okay. I thought they actually used swords.
No. They actually that would be funny though. Let's Morphin time. Okay. Anyway, if you had anything more to say about Galaxy. If you come back in like a few seconds, give him a minute, guys. He'll be right back. If you've been watching us for a while, you know this occasionally fucking happens. So, okay. So, anything else to say about Galaxy before we move on to the next series? We know.
I need to rewatch Galaxy. I need to rewatch a lot of things because I can barely remember anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could stream all the episodes online, no problem, for free. Or if you really want to be like a freaking nerd, just go actually buy the season box sets. If they have those. I'm pretty sure Mighty Morphin has season box sets. Or the complete series on DVD.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, another Power Ranger series we used to watch before I kind of stopped for a while is Lightspeed Rescue. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit, we watched a lot of Lightspeed Rescue. I mean, gosh.
Oh, so like it's a task force dedicated to people that do civil service communities, like being a police officer, a firefighter, a medic, and a mechanic, and a rock climber.
Apparently.
What? Question mark? Because I remember that interesting.
Yeah, it's Power Rangers if they were like. If they were to have normal jobs or something, because they all, it actually made sense. They all had special skills. It wasn't fucking teenagers with attitude. They just got like, okay, let's get this guy. He's a firefighter. He has skills. Let's get this guy. He rides with Shamu. He has skills.
Oh yeah, that made no sense either.
Let's get this guy.
There's just people with jobs, and it's like, okay, here are your Power Rangers, and I think they have. Their Zords are freaking emergency vehicles.
Yeah, I
They
think.
have a 911. Dude, can you imagine the Power Rangers being your 911 call? Oh man.
Oh my gosh! Get him! Get my.
I think they would do more destruction. They
Holy
would do more
shit!
harm than help.
Yeah, seriously, holy shit.
Because like, aren't their like Zords like hella huge, even though they look like cars?
Yeah, their Zords are hella huge. Giant ass cars, man. Giant ass cars. Yeah, I remember Lightspeed Rescue a lot. Of course, the most defining the episode I remember the most in Lightspeed Rescue was, of course, the crossover between them and Galaxy, which, of course, crossover between Power Ranger series became kind of a staple for a while after Space. Yeah, so yeah, of course, Lightspeed crossover with Galaxy. That's my favorite episode of the series, or my favorite episodes of the series. I think it was a two-parter. Yeah, I think the plot of that episode was that Trakina, the villain that we thought we destroyed in the last series, was reviving, and then the demons and the previous villains from in the galaxy are trying to resurrect her and shit. So yeah, basically they team up. Boom, dead. There.
Well, shit.
Well, shit. I remember Jordan. I think it was either me or you or Jordan who had that on VHS. I don't think it's me because I can't find it in my fucking VHS collection anymore. Either that or I think I let one of you guys borrow it. So I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. I just remember that episode like very vividly. It's like one of the few episodes I remember off the top of my head. Also that and the Titanium Ranger.
Woohoo.
I think he was like the first.
Titanium.
I think it was like the first American-made Ranger, like really American-made. Like the other Rangers are basically just. The other Rangers are basically just what's the best word for it? But yeah, taken straight from the Japanese series. But I think this is the first time they attempted to do American Ranger.
American.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, Lightspeed Rescue was awesome. It's also at that point where I stopped kind of watching Power Rangers entirely. Either because I was too old for it at that point, or because of... Well, there were more interesting shows to watch, and I was more into those. I think Pokemon was just kind of beating it in terms of quality over the time. Oh, at the time. And I think Dragon Ball Z was just taking over my life at that point. And, what's another... Oh, yeah, Batman Beyond were just taking over my life at that point. So, I think at that point Power Rangers kind of went meh for me, so I stopped watching it altogether.
Me too.
Also, yeah, at that point Yu-Gi-Oh! Was on too, so I was really watching Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot.
Whoops.
Well, we'll get into that some other time.
Never. You can't make me.
Okay, yeah, there's not much really to say after this, because after Lightspeed Rescue, we went to Time Force, which is basically Rangers in the future.
Rangers. Time travel. Great.
Scott! Da, 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 da.
Seriously, their time machine, they had to use a giant wallet to hit the back of the spaceship so hard that it travels into time.
Then in the future.
Yeah, and they're like going through all historical events, like the ancient Egyptians saw them, the freaking moon landing, they saw them. I'm like, you're totally breaking the time stream.
Stop breaking the time barrier.
Time stream.
Yeah. Okay, I don't remember much about Time Force.
Anyways.
Yeah?
I got it. I got this.
What?
I totally got this.
Okay.
Because I watched Time Force back then.
Oh, you did watch Time Force. Okay, you do it then.
Yes, I did. Anyways, Power Rangers in the future. They are sent back in time to the year 2005 to stop an evil bad guy, basically.
I have a question. Wasn't he a mutant?
X-Men was also involved in the story, apparently. Anyway, so he takes his collection of giant monster figures from Toho and the guys who made Godzilla back in time, while Power Rangers are sent to stop them while trying...
You cut off there. Trying to what? What is it? Oh no, he cut off. I think I can fill. I think I can fill in for you. They went back in time because evil villain named Rancic went back in time because of I don't remember why, but you know. So Time Rangers had to go back in time to stop evil mutant guy from raising mutant army to take over the world. Okay, you're back. Do it. Explain more.
Went back in time, stole a bunch of monsters that were basically from the collection from Godzilla, and went back to the year 2005 to take over the world. Power Rangers sent back in time to stop them without breaking the timeline. Their leader gets killed in the first episode, and then they just pick up a guy that was a business major to become his new superhero, and then shenanigans happens.
Yay.
Yay. And this is the first one that introduced 2 Red Rangers.
What?
Yes, there were 2 Red Rangers. The same guy who voiced Virgil in Devil May Cry 3 was a Power Ranger.
What, seriously? That's a guy who voiced Virgil?
Yeah, dude.
I did not know that. Well.
I googled it.
Oh, wow, really? That's interesting.
Yeah, dude.
That's interesting.
So, yeah. I thought it was cool. Even though it was basically the same Power Ranger formula how many years ago, so...
If the formula works, don't fix... If it's ain't broke, don't fix it.
But except for the fact that the Asian guy had green hair and totally came from an anime.
Yeah, seriously. Didn't they all have, like, powers, too? Like, what... Couldn't the Green Ranger, like, do something cool?
I think it was telekinetic.
Yeah, it was like telekinetic. I think the Yellow Ranger was like super strong too.
I can't remember.
I think she was super strong. I don't quite remember.
They're mutants.
Oh no! It wasn't X-Men airing at the same time.
I don't know.
It was either Evolution or the '90s series at the same time.
I think it was Evolution.
Yeah, I believe it was Evolution. This was like early 2000s.
So yeah, monster fights, and in the end, they totally, I don't know, cure the guy from being a mutant. And
No. I'm going to amend this. They didn't cure him. He simply gave up because he heard his daughter.
Who's his daughter again?
The pink-haired chick.
Knew it.
He accidentally hurt his daughter, and then he's like, "Oh no, I've become evil. I've become a monster." That he like decided to turn himself in. And when we get to Wild Force, which I did watch a few episodes of Wild Force, I'll get into the crossover episode. Anything else to say about Time Force before we move on to Wild Force?
Don't you have an interesting tidbit?
For what? Time Force?
Yeah.
Oh. For Time Force, I remember my high school teacher. I think her name was Mrs. Kale. Her daughter was the Pink Ranger. So that's a nice little tidbit right there.
Woohoo!
Okay, so anyway, I guess we'll go on to Wild Force.
Oh man, Wild
The
Force.
morphers are cell phones. Cell phones.
Hey, I'm just saying, it can transform me into a Power Ranger, and it also doesn't drop my calls from long distances.
Wait, did they need to charge it?
Wild access! Oh, crap!
I forgot to charge this thing.
Shit.
Shit.
Well, I'm boned.
Well, we're fucking boned. Well, there's really
So I think the...
there really wasn't anything too unique about Wild Force. I mean, they were using pretty much the same... They're oh yeah, I forgot to mention this in Galaxy, but the Zords were actually kind of like living beings, as opposed to just being giant robots. So I think Wild Force was reusing the same thing.
But instead, it's like the entire animal kingdom is a freaking Megazord.
And this one was against nature. Nature! Or something like that. I can't quite remember.
The entire animal kingdom was a Megazord.
Actually, this is the first Power Ranger series to have 2 significant crossover events. First one was, of course, the, Time Force one, where they crossed over with Time Force. That was pretty cool, I guess. It's not my most memorable one, but it happened. Not much to say about that. Just like
I can't remember.
That was pretty cool. I mean, all these crossovers are pretty cool. But of course, the crossover we all know and watch occasionally is Forever Red,
Yay!
where all the Red Rangers from the previous season come together for this one epic, awesome fight on the moon. The moon.
Those oxygen tanks in their suits, I guess.
I guess. That's my explanation. Wait, actually, yeah. I would assume the galaxy ones and the space ones have oxygen tanks in their suits,
Or not.
or we're just pulling this shit out of our ass, or the writers are assuming that humans can breathe in space. Which case they lied. Anyways, yeah, Forever Red was fucking awesome. They got all the Red Rangers from all the previous seasons. They got the original Red Ranger. They got Jason David Frank to come back as the Red Zeo Ranger because he was the Red Ranger in that one. They got that one guy from Turbo. They got Space, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Basically all the guys who were out of the job.
And it was actually pretty cool to see the fight choreography in that episode.
Yeah, it was sick.
I mean, I liked when the Red Space Ranger and the Red Lightspeed Rescue Ranger were doing that little blaster thing.
That was sick.
And that was pretty sick. And then the Red Turbo Ranger and the Galaxy Ranger were doing this swordplay thing too. It was pretty cool. And then Jason, and of course the Red Zeo Ranger and the original Red Ranger were doing awesome tricks too. But my only problem was how it ended. Because basically the plot is they found Serpentera. If you don't know what Serpentera is, it was the Zord that Lord Zed used to pretty much destroy like almost half of Angel Grove. I believe that was how it happened. I don't remember. But the point is, I think that's like the most powerful Zord in existence that could probably destroy the world at full power. I believe that was it. The thing is, how it was destroyed was basically that the Red Wild Force Ranger just got in his fucking giant ass bike. He just got in his bike and then he just went right through it, and apparently that destroyed it. I'm like, wow, this is the most fragile ultimate weapon ever. Even more so than the Death Star. I mean, really.
Oh man, I think I remember that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe in the future we'll do a commentary on it, but not too time soon. Because I guess you can't really understand our feelings on it until we actually do a commentary.
Until you sit down and actually see what we saw.
Until you actually see what we sit down and saw, then yeah, you'll get a better idea what we think about.
We are not bullshitting you.
We are not bullshitting you. That fucking giant ultimate weapon goes down like a bitch, like a fucking bitch. Easier than the fucking Death Star did in the first Star Wars movie, or the fourth Star Wars movie. Rather, I guess. Well, anyway, after Wild Force, I kind of stopped watching Power Rangers entirely. I don't remember Ninjas. Actually, yeah, I did watch.
Ninjas.
Wait, didn't we already do that?
I think did we do that?
We already did that. Why are ninjas here? Yeah.
I think the guys that did Power Rangers are like, yo, dude, I just watched this new anime called Naruto. Totally.
Oh god, that explains so much. That explains so much.
Oh, okay, so I watched Ninja Storm.
I watched a few episodes, but
oh man, Jesus Christ! Hey, first time there was a guy that was the Yellow Ranger. That's pretty cool. And sadly, there's no. Okay, actually, there was an Asian guy, but he comes in later. But hey, there was an Indian guy that was a leader.
Sadly, there was no crossover in this season, I believe.
Yeah, I like the intro.
Go Power Rangers, go Ninjas, go. Yeah, a lot of things I like about the Power Ranger intros are they're fucking catchy and they're really like they pump you up for the show.
You're gonna see a theme with all the Power Rangers themes. They always use the word "go."
Yeah, they do.
Seriously, it's like a thing.
It's like a fucking thing.
It's a fucking thing.
Okay, yeah, Ninja Storm.
Ninja Storm was pretty depressing.
Yeah.
Do you remember like how like I remember the first episode and I'm like, wow,
Yeah,
that's bad.
it was only like three rangers at the beginning, and then they eventually got two more, and then they eventually got the status quo of six.
No, five.
Was no, then they get
Oh,
six.
six. They got six. They got six.
Yeah, they
But
got.
no, dude, dude, think about it. Your entire school and classmates get annihilated, and you and two other people are like left of your school.
Yeah, and then did they have to rebuild the ninja school
Yeah, all by themselves.
all by them fucking selves. Yeah,
Maybe use a Megazord or whatever. And then like their teacher became a hamster.
for a majority of the series.
He got transformed into a hamster, and you got the IT tech Asian Korean guy as your support.
Yeah.
And hey, they were ninjas. The Red Ranger could like use the air. The Yellow Ranger did earth, and the Blue Ranger did water.
Did anyone have heart? What? No ninja had the power of heart?
Stop it. Okay. Anyway. It was just those three for a while, and then like there were like two other Rangers that came in. They were like from the Thunder School or whatever.
The Thunder Rangers, yeah.
They were Thunder. Get this, there are apparently other Rangers. So I'm like, man, there must be like a coalition of them. So I'm like, why isn't there like a union that's saying, dude, this one school got totally wrecked. We need backup or whatever.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised there's not like Power Ranger schools everywhere. If we can generate like these million Power Rangers costumes, why don't we have Power Ranger schools? Well, actually, that does become a topic later on in the future of another series. But anyway, yeah, Ninja Storm was pretty cool from what I've seen of it. I did like how they had powers outside of their morph forms.
And they did extreme sports like skateboarding, motocross, and surfing.
Yeah, apparently these guys have enough time to do all this shit while at the same time trying to save the world.
And rebuild your school.
How could they afford to do motocross and all this shit? I couldn't afford to do all this shit in high school.
But I have a question. How come they're ninja? How did they become ninjas? And then like they have a separate life. Like, what's the correlation? Did they just stumble upon it? Was there like an application at the college department store? Like, hey, I want to be a ninja? Or like, how about the fact that like apparently Cameron, their freaking tech guy, knows how to build giant robots all by himself?
Never explained. I'm assuming he went to college.
I guess.
Imagine that's like his final project for his like professor. Okay, guys, we need you to build a robot for your robotics class. Yes, teacher, I'm done. What the fuck? How'd you make them? How the hell did you make this? You know, Asian.
Asian persuasion.
Asian persuasion. We build Gundams all the time.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, yeah, Ninja Storm was cool. I liked it, from what I saw of it. Okay, and anyway, let's transition into Dino Thunder, because I remember Dino Thunder.
Oh boy, Dino Thunder.
Dino Thunder was actually where they brought back Tommy to be the Black Ranger. Yeah, for that, they basically had to bring back Jason David Frank. I think the creator wanted to bring that back, Jason David Frank, to get Mike renewed interest in the series for people who weren't familiar with Power Rangers. I don't know how you're not familiar with Power Rangers, because at this point there's like a lot of series of them, but okay. I think someone would have at least heard of them.
Well, maybe they thought that if they get an experienced Power Ranger, he could teach the new Power Rangers. They never did that kind of dynamic yet.
Yeah, that's why I think they got him too. Because yeah, Tommy is pretty much the most veteran Power Ranger you can find. He was the fucking Green Ranger, then he was the White Ranger, and then he was the Red Zeo Ranger, and then he's the Red Turbo Ranger.
He was the Red Ranger twice.
Yeah, he's the Red Ranger fucking twice, and then now they got him to be the Black Ranger for this, so he's been a Ranger like 5 times. So yeah, he's like the most experienced Ranger ever. None of the other Rangers were Power Rangers for that long.
And like apparently they rehashed Mighty Morphin.
Yeah. I did like one of the early episodes where Tommy actually explains the history of Power Rangers, because I think at this point it was like the anniversary issue or anniversary.
Continuity.
Boom. I guess it was also to show continuity between the Power Ranger series.
So, somehow.
If they believe in continuity in this series. Personally, I think the continuity is a bit fickle, but still,
It is
yeah,
all over the place right now.
yeah. Yeah, I like Dino Thunder. I like the episode where they crossed over with the Ninja Storm Rangers. Yay.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was pretty cool. I mean, yeah, it actually showed they were getting their ass kicked when the Ninja Rangers were being controlled by evil.
Apparently.
Well, I think it makes sense that they were getting their ass kicked because these are like the equivalent of the first Power Rangers just being teenagers and getting their ass kicked by more experienced Rangers who are ninjas. So yeah, it makes sense. And but of course they did team up at the end and they did save the day. Blah blah blah.
We have an evil White Ranger too.
Yeah, an evil White Ranger too. Yeah,
Who stuck around hella long.
a long time. He became a good guy by the end of the series though. So whatever.
I don't know why, but I couldn't really get into Dino Thunder.
The only reason I watched Dino Thunder was because freaking Jason David Frank came back. I did like that episode. I did like that episode where when he came back and he was put into a coma. One of the episodes, and he had to fight back against all his Ranger forms. He had to fight in a dream sequence. That was pretty fucking awesome. He had to fight the White Ranger. He had to fight the Red Zeo Ranger, and he had to fight the Green Ranger, all in the same setting. So that was pretty fucking awesome. Even if it was a dream, it was still pretty fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't remember too much about Dino Thunder other than Jason David Frank came back.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. I don't know why I couldn't get into it. I watched like 2 episodes and I'm like, I can't do this.
Maybe I was. Yeah, I think it's just age at this point, or maybe we're just.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, after Dino Thunder, we got to SPD, and it's at this point where I stopped watching entirely.
That's why I dropped off, dude.
Yeah, I think the only time I would watch Power Rangers now is when there was a crossover episode. That's all I really cared about is the crossover episodes. I did like the SPD.
What crossover with?
Yeah, there was an SPD Dino Thunder crossover, which was pretty interesting because Dino Thunder SPD was set in like 2000, like the future, not as far a future as the Time Force Rangers, but enough of a future. But still, future. It was enjoyable, at least.
They had a dog as their commander.
Yeah, they had a fucking dog as their commander, who was also a Power Ranger. Which was weird. I think that was the first Power Ranger no, never mind. There were the Alien Rangers from back in the day, but no one remembers them. Yeah, no one remembers the Alien Rangers back in the day, so I guess you can't really... actually, was the... No, yeah, the dog guy was a alien Power Ranger. My bad. He did come from another planet, and I did like how the Power Rangers in that series were being basically trained to be Power Rangers, rather than just getting teenagers with attitude or inexperienced. So yeah, I think
apparently they were able to replicate that technology.
Yeah, it was like the equivalent of a Power Rangers training school. I guess Time Force did that too. So yeah. Yeah, I don't have much to say about SPD other than crossover episode was good. The rest of the series, okay. And I think it's at this point where I just stopped watching Power Rangers entirely and just. I mean, I would catch like an episode occasionally on the tube. Yeah, after SPD, I just kind of stopped. A little bit before or after SPD, I stopped, and I wasn't really gravitating towards Mystic Force, and I wasn't really gravitating towards Operation Overdrive or the other series. So they were just weird, and as a Power Rangers right now, I have watched a bit of Samurai. Didn't care for it, and I have watched a bit of what's it called right now? I don't remember what it's called, but I think it's Operation Overdrive. No, it's not Operation Overdrive. Mega Force. Yeah, Mega Force. I watched a bit of Mega Force. I'm still waiting on the huge ass crossover episode where all the Rangers are engaged in a Power Rangers war, which looks like all the Power Ranger seasons are all a majority of all the old Power Rangers are gonna come back into one epic battle or something. I'm really looking forward to that. That actually sounds like pretty badass. I mean, that just sounds fucking awesome. I mean, the concept of all the previous Rangers coming back and just like taking care of this, taking care, and just like the image is just wow. I think that was in the first episode actually, where the Red Ranger was dreaming about that. Where the Red Ranger was dreaming about that shit. I think that was when I watched that first episode of Megaforce. That was pretty fucking badass. And yeah, that was pretty cool actually. That was pretty cool. I can't wait to see that actually. That sounds pretty awesome. Are you back?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was just basically talking about Megaforce and my thoughts on the upcoming crossover event with all the previous Rangers.
What's Megaforce?
It's the current series.
So it's Samurai still or no?
No, it's no, they're done with Samurai.
Oh yeah, right. They're pirates now.
Yes. Okay, so anyway, anything else to say before we finish up our little retrospective here? Before you drop out again? Give him a minute. He'll be back. Give him a second. Okay, anything else to say before we end the video?
Oh, Power Rangers, you were always in my childhood. I would watch your big crossover war battle, but then that's probably it.
That will probably be it for me. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Although I've heard rumors about Jason David Frank pitching the idea for a Green Ranger movie. I don't know who would be.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, I don't know who he was trying to market that to, other than people our age. But if that ends up becoming true,
I'll watch it.
if that ends up becoming true, I will watch it. Cause yeah, that does sound pretty cool. I don't know what the idea would be, or how it even works, or if it even fits into continuity. But okay, if it happens, I'll watch it. But anyway, guys, this has been our Power Ranger retrospective. Let us know in the comments what you think of Power Rangers. If you have any childhood memories of it, let us know your thoughts. We pretty much gave our basic opinions on the series and the entirety of the series in general. I think the series is going to last for a while, unless it ends pretty soon. And I guess as long as the Sentai footage exists, as long as Sentai exists, Power Rangers will continue to exist. So
it's all in Japan's hands.
It's all in Japan's hands then. So anyway, thank you for joining us or watching our video of this retrospective, and we hope to see you in our next Let's Play. We will continue with all our other Let's Play projects next week. Don't worry, guys. Just they gotta finish up some school stuff, and we'll get back to Let's Playing some good stuff. And we're approaching our anniversary in a couple of weeks, so I hope you guys will be able to watch that. We've been doing this for over a year now. Oh God. Okay. Anything else to say before we chime off?
Power Rangers, only for kids.
Go Power Rangers. Shadow Lake 793.
That was cousin.
Signing off. Later. Bye.